Well, hello. Christian Rasmussen has completed his run. And Christian, I have to know, how challenging is it from a driver's perspective to jump in a car and try to push the car to its fullest ability after having an incident at the end of practice yesterday?
Yeah, it's not easy, but we got most of the laps yesterday. So, you know, I had pretty much all my tire runs in, and so we did everything we could. So we ended the day unfortunate, but we still got most of the laps that we needed in. But yeah, just missed it a little bit in qualifying. I think the first lap was decent, but then the second lap we just picked up a little bit too much understeer, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll see. I think the race will be okay tomorrow in terms of being able to pass, or at least better than we thought it would be. Yeah, we'll see what we get.
Thanks, Christian. We're talking about finding the perfect balance of aggression out there. You're provisionally P1 and P2. Do you feel like you found that balance?
Yeah, the first lap was actually pretty good right off the bat, and then I got a little bit cocky, and I pushed the second lap too hard and had so much understeer on the exit. So also the setup on that first lap was a little bit on edge, so I adjusted the tools a little bit the wrong way. The tires, the guys did a really good job. I should have just let the car sit, and it would have came to me the second lap. But first lap was there, and I think it's going to be a good starting spot for us.
We'll see where it holds up. That's David Malukas.
In race one. Dylan.
Nolan Siegel had a couple good laps there, improved a lot on your second lap. Was that the car getting better? Was that you being more comfortable? Combination of both?
I think it's a combination of both. You know, the big machine number 6 has been awesome all weekend, and I think we've made a lot of progress. And the track's changed a lot. So for me, I don't have a lot of oval qualifying experience in the IndyCar, and I feel like every lap I get better. So figured out what the car needed for lap 2, drove it a little bit better, and we picked up a lot. So definitely a lot learned, and happy with the improvements we've made since Gateway.
All right, Nolan Siegel looking good right now, sitting in the third spot for race number 2.
Dylan.
Marcus Armstrong had a couple good laps, fastest in race 2 right now and third in race number 1. Heard you say understeer city on the radio. How challenging were those laps for you?
Did I say that?
Did you?
Oh man, yeah, it's true. Honestly, I wasn't too happy with the balance on lap 1, and I adjusted everything I could inside the car to have a more preferred balance on lap 2, and frankly it was a lot better then, but still not ideal. So yeah, I think we made the best of it, but frankly I'm a little bit disappointed. I wanted to do a bit more than that. I wanted to be Superman on this short oval quali, but today was not the day.
All right, well, it's still 2 good laps for Marcus Armstrong, sitting in a good spot right now.
Yeah, his laps were definitely the definition of going for it. Provisionally pole for both races. Josef Newgarden, do you feel like you nailed that?
I mean, it was close. I think it was about on the edge as I can be. You know, if we get beat, we get beat. That's as good as I got, I think, with an aggressive setup. But this team did a really good job. PPG cars, it's been quick all yesterday. We had to work on it a lot between the 2 different tire compounds. But Luke, the whole crew, they did a great job. So, yeah, I hope this holds, because I was happy with it for as aggressive as it was. But, you know, if we get beat, then maybe I'll go back and say we couldn't be that aggressive. So, yeah, it's a tough game these days in IndyCar. Everyone's so competitive, and it's not easy to be up front. So, yeah, you know, it's not the main show. I guess I'm rambling a little bit, but the race is what matters, and we'll go to that next.
They went aggressive, and it's paid off so far. Provisionally P1.
Scott Dixon might be even more aggressive.
He will sit on the pole of race number 1 in just a few hours. Such a quick turnaround time, but to know you have an absolute rocket ship underneath your belt, what does it mean to grab this pole?
Oh, it's great. You know, the car's been great. You know, every oval we've gone to this season, to pick up another pole is fantastic. I shipped it pretty hard into 3 and 4 the last lap of the second lap, and we might have been able to double it up, but, you know, congrats to Joseph on that. But great Team Penske cars, great to have Odyssey Battery out the front. We've got a lot of people here this weekend, so excited to start this race, race 1 on pole.
And to have a Team Penske pole race 1, pole race 2 as well. You know you guys have strong cars, so as a team, what is the effort like?
Look, it's a huge amount of effort to get us to this point. Dampers, engines from Team Chevy. You know, we're really proud of the effort that goes into this. We'll just keep working. You can never rest on your laurels here in IndyCar. It's so tough, but I'm super excited to be out the front in both races. It's always a real nerve-wracking one. You know, one lap you could stuff it up and be down the back. So, yeah, I'm nice to just get 2 solid runs in there. One was on pole, one's on second, so it's nice.
It's Scott McLaughlin. He's going to sit on the pole in just a few hours here. Dylan.
Josef Newgarden is on the pole for race number 2 tomorrow. So you said you were just kind of laying it all out there in your qualifying run. How do you balance that in the race conditions tomorrow and find not only a setup that maybe is not quite as aggressive, but a driving style, too, that makes it last all 250?
It's different. I mean, we went aggressive. We've been on the other end of this where we weren't aggressive enough in qualifying, and it really bit us. So we probably overcooked it just slightly there. But the car was still good. You go back, you're going to look at this, and you're going to quarterback it from the couch after the fact. And I know what we could do different, but this was a great run for the team to lock out the front row. Both days is going to be really good for us. And yeah, the race, like you asked about, totally different animal. So really excited to get into it. I think we're going to have good race ability. And, for us, we want to put on a good show here in Milwaukee.
Penske cars are awfully fast. They sweep the front row in both races.
18th career pole for Josef Newgarden, 6th on an oval, 2nd pole this season. Here is the qualifying order for race 1. This is not the starting order.
Yeah, it's going to be a very complicated picture when it's all painted after all these penalties. But
really nice job for Linus Lundqvist there. Inside row 3, the rookie out-qualifying all of his Chip Ganassi Racing teammates. Pretty impressive stuff.
Also, I think Jack Harvey's performance is going to stand out there in row 8. He's going to go a little bit forward from there. That's well done for the Dale Coyne Racing team.
Christian Rasmussen, another rookie, doing what he was brought in to do, but he will have that 9th-place grid penalty for the engine change.
As will Connor Daly, who's starting just one row behind him. That is going to be a race within a race that we're definitely going to be keeping track of this evening once the green flag drops. And as we head down to the back part, you start seeing a lot of Rahal Letterman Lanigan machines. And that's a tough pill to swallow for that group.
And race 2 is going to be a little easier to sort. We'll deal with that when we get to it. But first,